Hey, how we doing, guys? Excited for this one. You've seen the thumbnail. This is an exclusive first look, unboxing and first impressions of Society Ambrée from Givenchy. I've pulled the trigger. I haven't smelled it. So let's see what it's about. If you want to know, then stick around. Yeah, welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for clicking on view. If smelling good is one of your priorities and you want an honest opinion, then stay tuned, because I have not been at all impressed by, I think, any of the designer releases so far this year. I've liked pretty much all of them. I even liked the Dior on Parfum 2025. The problem with that was what it was replacing. It is, in fact, I've grown to like it a little bit more. It was a good smell even when I smelled it the first time, but so much let it down because of what it is. The new Azaro, that was let down because of my personal taste, really. And the longevity and the projection really wasn't what I expected from an elixir. Anyway, that's nothing to do with this review. We want to know how this smells. Now, I have the Society Extreme. I've never owned the original Society. I found it very pleasing. It was just a woody fragrance, really, with a bit of that narcissus. And it was nice, you know, but nothing that really, you know, got the juices flowing, so to speak. I had a little spray of Society Extreme just before there, just to refresh my memory. Why don't I wear that more? That's a banger, that, like. Oh, it really is good. A little bit of iris. I'm not even sure if it's listed, because people lost their mind when the Society came out, the original, there was no iris in it. I think there is. Well, I know there to be in this, but I don't know if it's listed. I smell it. And it's woody, and that coffee that's in the opening there, the vetiver as well. It's so good. I really like this. But again, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this, so let's rip it open. I actually got this from Parfum Dreams, which I think is a German site, and it was here in like 4 days. That's ridiculous. That's so good. That's quicker than Notino. And here we are. Actually, it's worthwhile mentioning that if you haven't already subscribed to the Parfum Dreams newsletter, do that and you get a 21% off code to use, but it's got to be on things that aren't already discounted. Here we have the bottle. You see the differences? The Extreme has got like a gunmetal sort of grey Givenchy like badge plaque on the front, and this one is gold. I want to know how it smells. My hopes and my love for designers for this year are sort of pinned on this, hinged on it, so to speak. I've got decants of pretty much all the other ones apart from the Boss, and pleased that I did. Pleased that I didn't buy a bottle. Please, Givenchy, please don't make me regret buying this bottle. One in the air. Well, a few in the air. Strip. Skin. Ooh. Oh, now then, that's not regular. Okay. Yes. 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 Something a bit different. at least for now. I thought the same thing about Dior 2025. I thought, yes, it's got that iris, it's got this, it's got that. And a lot of what I liked just faded away, and we were left with an ambery gloop. And this is Ambrée. It is amber. It's going to be amber focused. I've gone against what the back of my mind was telling me. It's just going to be another ambery sweet fragrance. It's just going to be, you know, a mass appealing vanilla or amber bomb. I've put all of my eggs into the Givenchy basket, and I'm praying that when this settles in, I'm going to be happy with it. So at the minute, it's like a sort of powdery, sweet, aromatic vanilla tobacco sort of opening. Might even be a little bit of like soft suede underneath that as well. Yes, I'm happy. But I'm going to go away and then come back to you with a dry down. Okay.
A few moments later.
All right, I'm back. This isn't what I expected at all. Both from the opening and from bits and pieces that I've seen online. I mean, it's Ambrée, right? It's amber. I was expecting something deep and rich, something enveloping, thick, strong even. But I do like it. In fact, I like it quite a lot, luckily. But it's very misleading. So I'm going to go over the listed notes, right? And then I'm going to tell you how I've interpreted this. Now, this is just first impressions, and I'm about half hour into it. So, you know, I am at the dry down. It does smell really, really nice. It might even be my favourite designer release of the year so far. But it is misleading, so I'll go over the notes for you. So the main accords are amber, tobacco, vanilla, balsamic, sweet, leather, woody, yellow floral, animalic, and aromatic. Like, you look at that and it's like, oh, come on. Yes, please. 2 portions of. The listed notes are... Here I haven't got them as tops or whatever. They're just listed, okay? But we've got tobacco, Madagascan vanilla, amber, French narcissus, Peru balsam, leather, and 2 types of vetiver, which are Madagascan vetiver and vetiver. Now, when I first sprayed this, I got that floral, and in not much time at all, I got like a soft suede sort of thing, and a tobacco nuance as well. The soft suede sort of thing has stayed. The floral actually became more evident, which I was assuming it would maybe fade. What I'm left with now, it's not listed anywhere. And I don't know whether it's my mind playing tricks on me because it's the Givenchy line, or if I'm just misinterpreting what I'm smelling. But there's some sort of iris in here. Not a lipsticky, waxy iris, but more of a soft, powdery one, you know. Or maybe I am misinterpreting something, but it's not forefront, but I'm picking it up. The narcissus is the floral that I smelled on the opening. I couldn't remember the notes when I was telling you what I was interpreting on the opening. But it's there now still, and it's not feminine whatsoever. If you've smelled the narcissus are daffodils, by the way. If you've smelled them before, it's sort of like, it's a typical florist type of smell. You know, if you've been in a florist before, it's like that, only not as bright. It's more subdued, and a little bit aromatic and almost sweet too. What I'm getting now, like, I'm so gutted there isn't as much amber. In fact, I don't even know if I'm getting any amber. It's more vanillic. And yeah, vanilla can come across ambery and vice versa, but there's no tobacco now. That soft suede's still there. A little bit of vetiver. It's smooth. It's not loud. I would say that this is quite elegant, really. I do like it. Let's get away from me saying I'm a little bit disappointed with it not being what I expected. I do like it. In fact, I think it might be my favourite designer release of the year so far. And this is where being in this fragrance space can be a massive problem, because we're made aware of new releases way ahead of time. We then look at what the proposed listed notes are, which aren't always true. Sometimes it's just a marketing gimmick. But we look at them and then we imagine what they're going to be like. And this isn't what I thought it was going to be. But fortunately, I still like it a lot. I like it a lot. Now, I can't tell you what the performance is going to be like, but I'll tell you, it's not loud. I know I've only put one spray on, but it's not weak either. I would imagine it being like the projection will be around about average. It's a very, very nice smell. I do enjoy it a lot. I do. I really like it. This is a good release, a really good release. Just, I think my expectations of it have let me be have left me being a little disappointed that it's not what I thought it was in terms of the composition. But I guess it's a nice surprise because, in fact, yeah, I'll readdress that. This is a nice surprise because although I was hyped for it, I've got quite a lot of those fragrances that sort of lean into that ambery, tobacco-y, leathery sort of thing. But I'm not sure I've got much that's quite like this. With that, Narcissus, like it leads the show here. It should have been called Society Yellow Floral. And when you looked at the note pyramid for Granica, the list of accords, the yellow floral was way down the bottom in like a small little bar. It should be right up there. Yeah, I don't really have anything much like this. So yeah, actually, now I'm thinking about it, it's a pleasant surprise. I can't speak to the performance really, as I've just alluded to there. I don't have any experience of it as a full wear, but I don't think I'm going to be disappointed. Seasonality, I would say that it's been released at the right time. We've got spring just around the corner and daffodils. I wouldn't wear this in that high heat because it has got the sweetness. It definitely has got the sweet. Picking a little bit of that balsamicness. Is that a word? We'll just say a balsamic. I'm picking up some of that balsamic now. That Peru balsam. There's a little touch of smoke behind it. Like, not an incensey sort of smoke. I don't know if you've smelt smoke in, like, a smoky leather. Like, now the leather in this is not a dark leather at all. It's not a rough leather. It's like I've said at least twice, a soft suede. So I don't think the smokiness is coming from that. It must be in this balsamic sort of accord that they've created. Yeah, like I say, just over half an hour into it now. Yeah, just over half an hour. Yeah, I was ready coming back up here after spending half an hour with it on me downstairs. I was ready to come back up and say, yeah, I like it, but it's a bit of a letdown because of my estimations, because of my expectations. And yet, now I've come here and I'm smelling it again for you guys in front of the camera. It's dawned on me that this is one of those occasions where it's not what I thought it was going to be, but I'm pleased about it. And I'm picking up that balsamic now. So I imagine that a few wearings, I'm going to actually enjoy this more. I think this is something that's definitely going to grow on you. It has got elements of the extreme, but I think it's more from that vetiver. I think that's what carries over from the extreme predominantly, is that vetiver. Yeah, I like it. I like it. If I was to give it a score out of 10, I would give it, I think I would give this an 8. I really would. Yeah, I really would. It is my taste, surprisingly. And I don't know what I would have give it if it was what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, this is a strange review. But as I always say, guys, you know, don't be trusting me, trust your nose, you know? Don't be listening. Right, so this guy likes this fragrance, that fragrance, that fragrance, that fragrance, and so do I. So if he likes this, it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. I always advocate sampling, always. Don't be an idiot, don't blind buy. That is for idiots and people that do YouTube. So don't be doing that. Sample, always. I'm pleased I bought this though. I am. Yeah, I am pleased. So we'll end it there. Get your nose on it. And if you've smelled it, get down in the comments and tell me what you think. How was your experience? And were you hyped and let down, or hyped and pleasantly surprised? Because I was hyped and pleasantly surprised. So that'll do for today, guys. End up being a long one this. I'll chop it down in the edit. I am approaching 1,000 subs, as I've said in the last like 5 or 6 videos. I guess my growth in the previous months probably let me fall under the trap of thinking that it was going to arrive sooner rather than later. But if you subscribe, we'll reach it sooner. Yeah. And when I do hit the 1,000 subs, I've got an array of samples and decants. At least 2 partial bottles. One of them is Tarathi Blue, and I'm going to move my Shiaka from Cadlarge on as well. And that's, I think there's only about 20ml missing out of that. It's not an expensive fragrance, but you might as well have it, you know. And I will decide on maybe 1 or 2 more as well. So that's up for grabs when I reach 1,000 subs. Make sure you're smashing that like button down below, guys. Let the YouTube algorithm know that this is content that you have enjoyed watching, and it's content that people will enjoy watching by hitting that like button. And if you have subscribed, make sure you hit that bell notification icon down there so that you can be notified next time I drop some scented nonsense. So until next time, guys, stay safe, keep smelling good, and take care. See you again.